I'm delighted to be here today. There's a confusion sometimes in my role where I go around the country. We'll have the great opportunity to meet and see great people because I work with local authorities, the fire service, so visiting the fire teams and councils is always great and interesting, but pretty much every tour day, somewhere in it has a visit to a pub or a brewery. So again, my colleagues across government are often quite jealous and get confused and think I'm the beer minister. And actually, it's great to be at an event like this to just reinforce I'm the minister for pubs. And pubs are massively important to our communities, not least of all because even your local village pub contributes on average about £100,000 to its local economy. Many of you here will know these figures. There's roughly 48% of the industry's employees are under 25. It's a phenomenal industry that employs through its supply chain and directly around 1 million people across our country. And I don't think we do enough nationally to highlight just those kind of figures and how important that makes the industry to our country. And I think we don't equally do enough. And I was really pleased to be able to speak just last week at the British Institute of Innkeepers to highlight what I really want to highlight this morning is that actually it's a part of that wider industry. I've just touched on the hospitality industry, where there is a phenomenal career opportunity for people who come into it on lots of levels. Firstly, because every landlord is an entrepreneur and we're a fantastic country for entrepreneurs. And I think it's brilliant that we've got an industry that is developing people's skills, coming together in the way that the Pub Perceptions is doing voluntarily across the industry to make sure it's giving the best support out there for people who want a career directly in the pub industry. But actually it does open up opportunities for people across the hospitality industry where you can run a business worth millions of pounds, work all over the world with what you originally did, starting off working perhaps just behind a bar, as I did. My first paid job, after being a newspaper boy, was when I was old enough, was actually working behind a bar. And it was some of the best fun I had. And actually, I think contributed something to my development that I think is hugely important to why pubs are successful and why pubs are somewhere we want to develop, protect and see grow. And it isn't just about the fantastic British beer, which I'm always happy to promote, and the great drinks that we have in our pubs. It's about how people feel when they come into a pub. What I learned was that ability to interact with people, that client relationship that I think you can only learn when you're dealing with the public face on in the way that we do in pubs. And I think that is a phenomenal life skill that the industry gives that cannot be overestimated. And I think anything that helps us develop that for the benefit of our country as well as the industry and all of the young people who come into it is great. And an industry that's got somebody like Laura who I just met, somebody of 25, sorry, I know we shouldn't give age now, but
20 now.
20, oh, right now. But he's an area manager looking after businesses that are effectively tens of millions of pounds. Not many industries where you can get that kind of opportunity. And I think that's why this is such a great industry, and I think it's fantastic that the industry is coming together in the ways that it is to actually help young people develop and see a real career path in the industry. So I congratulate all of you for doing that. I'm honoured to be here today, having met Keith just a couple of months ago now when we did a pub crawl one evening to enlighten me. No, it was educational. It was educational to see some of the different types of venues across London, what actually class as pubs. What I did pick up, as I said to Keith when I came in here just a few minutes ago, was the absolute passion and determination that he had to see this kind of thing develop. And I think these things work best when you've got somebody in an organisation like that have got that passion, that belief and determination to see it delivered. And if the young people in it have got half of Keith's passion, determination, then you're going to go a long way. So thank you for inviting me.